Guys, my name is Samantha. Welcome to my channel. I am excited to have you here. In my last video, I talked about my move to Canada, and I might have dropped that I got pregnant when I was a teenager. In this video, I would like to explain to you how it happened. Not that. What I mean is how I got myself in that situation. A good start will be telling you how I met the guy. Okay, we're gonna call him a Voldemort. First of all, because they look alike. How did I meet Voldemort? I had a friend in Canada, the only person I knew in Canada. Through her, I met some people. Through them, I met Voldemort. He showed up to my 18th birthday. I don't remember if it was on that day that he left his watch in my, I'm not gonna say apartment. This is the size of the room. No kidding. It looks like a cell block. He called me. I don't remember how I got my phone number. He called me and he's like, I left my watch at your place. Can you come to my place and drop it off? Yeah. That sounds like a booty call, doesn't it? It does. It does. But I wasn't a booty call. I was young. I was 18 years old. So I just went. I didn't even know it was a pickup line. We became friends first. Okay, we were friends. He had a girlfriend. I wasn't interested at the time. That's in November 2008. Fast forward to January 2009. He's not in a relationship anymore. We started dating. But, here's the tricky part, guys. We didn't go official. Okay, we had our reasons. My reason, I didn't have one. He had a reason. His reason was that we were in a community. They were very interested into knowing what was going on in your life. We just felt like we're not gonna tell anyone. That way, we're gonna protect ourselves from the gossip. I didn't mind, because I have never been the type of girl who needs to tell the world what she's doing, who she's doing it with. Again, I'm 18 and I'm kind of stupid. So yeah, let's say that we were hiding the relationship or keeping it under wraps. But well, it came with a lot of drama. Honestly, I wouldn't advise anyone to hide a relationship. A few people knew. It wasn't like, oh, it's just him and me. No, a few people knew. My friends knew. Some of my friends knew. His friends knew. But you already know that they are going to lie to you. It just opened the door for so many cheating. It was crazy. Like, I will pop up at his place and I will find, you know, earrings and bags and shoes.
So when's the last time y'all? About 5 days ago. About 5 days ago.
We had our own little cycle. He cheats, I find out, he cries, apologizes, I forgive him, and there we go again. I found out that he had slept with yet another one of my friends, but that one hurt, okay, because first of all, the girl, let's call her Ailey, was a virgin, okay? And she didn't know about us. I didn't know about them. So I'm not even going to be like, oh, she knew. There's another friend of mine who knew perfectly. Like, I'm the one who introduced them to each other. But this one, Hailey, she didn't know. We were getting closer. And the funny thing is, he's the one who introduced us to each other. And we really became friends. We were getting to know each other more. And we wanted to be more transparent with each other. Little did we know that we had so many things in common. It was around November 2009. So we only had been dating on and off for 10 months, 11 months. So it wasn't too much. And that pissed me off. You know what? Let me tell you something about me. Okay? I can take it. I cannot take people hurting my friends. I am too loyal and I love my friends too much to let them be walked over or anything like that. So that really pissed me off. And on that day, I called him and I was like, you know what? That was your final straw. Before I even, got the chance to entertain another lie, I found out that I was pregnant. So here's how it happened. I was late, so I called my girl Haley because I had chosen her and she had chosen me. And I just want to stop here for a moment and say that that choice was beautiful, because so often we see women fighting over men that will not show the same loyalty to them. I feel like we live in such a misogynistic society that we encourage women to fight each other, to, just put themselves in crazy situations for the profit of men who will never do the same for them.
Preach, sister.
And I understand that sometimes it comes from a place of pain and hurt and, all of that. But we need to be stronger than this. So I called Haley and she pushed me to get a pregnancy test. I run to the drugstore, I get the pregnancy test, and the cashier is like, "Hi, have a nice day." I was like, "Have a nice day? What do you mean? Like, I'm clearly too young to get a pregnancy test." I was so mad. I was like, she should have shown more empathy. She should have been compassionate. I only want me to have a nice day when I'm buying a pregnancy test at 19 years old. I went to my field block at the residences and I called Haley because I couldn't do it on my own. I was like, I can't, I'm freaking out. And because she's a good friend, she dropped everything that she was doing. She was at school and she came to my place. I peed on the stick. I left her with the test. I'm gonna read the results because I can't even breathe right now. And guys, when she told me it was positive, like all my world crashed. I couldn't think. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking about, oh my God, I'm not even in my own country. I don't have no family here. What am I going to do? I barely began college. Am I going to drop out? What's gonna happen to my life? It was insane. It really was a crazy time, and the only thing I could do was just cry. What followed was a complete disaster. It was hell for me. My parents were so sad and disappointed. My mother was so broken, she didn't even know how to react. Like, today she will comfort me, tomorrow she will yell at me. My dad wasn't sure. He didn't know if he should send me back to Cameroon and have me raise my daughter, or if he should kill the dude that got me pregnant. Meanwhile, Voldemort, at the beginning, he acted as if he was going to take responsibility, right? But when I decided not to get an abortion, we were not friends anymore. He wasn't picking up my calls. He wasn't returning them. He was telling everyone that it wasn't his child. He started talking about paternity tests, and I'm standing there like, I'm not a prostitute. If I tell you the daddy, baby, you the daddy. I'm not taking any paternity test for nobody. You either trust my word or you don't trust it. Okay? It became so complicated. In my relationship with him, I was friends with his family and his friends, and all that just disappeared. I don't know, I felt like it was just me. Once again, loneliness got me into that dark place, in that dark situation, and the result of that was even more loneliness. I think you get it. It was a whole mess. I never cried so much in my life. It made it difficult for me to enjoy a single moment of that pregnancy. It felt like all that pregnancy came with was loneliness, sadness, humiliation. That followed me into my relationship with my daughter, but I will uncover that in another video. The point is, it's true that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, because that experience in particular, and so many other things after that, really showed me what I was made of. I remember the one incident that made me swear that I will never try to contact Voldemort again, because I thought that I could reach him. I felt like if I could just get to him, if he will see me pregnant, then he will realize that this is not a game. This is real life. Because I'm stubborn, I decided to go to his place and announce, because like I told you, he wouldn't return my text, he wouldn't call me back. So what was I supposed to do? So I got to his place, and luckily, or I don't even think it was locked. I got to his place. He had one friend over, I think, who opened the door for me. He was in Montreal for the summer vacation, so he didn't know much about what was going on. I went straight into Voldemort's bedroom. He's shocked to see me. He doesn't want to talk to me. He's not addressing me. He's not talking to me. I was about 6 months pregnant. I'm in his house and he won't talk to me. Then he pulls out his phone. The person on the phone was a member of his family or something like that. I don't remember, or a friend of his family, whatever. She was a social worker. So she's on the phone, right? And she's threatening me. Oh yeah, you need to leave Voldemort's place right now, or I'm gonna call the police on you. You go. Is Samantha still Samantha? You're gonna call the police on me because he got me pregnant. Can I call them? Can I call 911 for you? Like, can I involve the police in this? Please let me call the police. Please, I really want to call the police. So I was like, call them. 911, what is your emergency?
I'm being attacked in my home, yo.
Could you describe the assailant?
It's a 5'2", 19-year-old girl.
Okay, could you describe the weapon?
Her words, man. She be hurting with her words.
I was like, call them. You know, I'm sitting right there. I'm not leaving until he talks to me. So if you want to call the police, you go ahead. I will be happy to tell them what the past 6 months have been like. Of course, they didn't call the police. He realizes that I'm not about to leave. He calls like 2 or 3 friends. Okay, so there's 6 of us in the apartment. I'm not moving. I'm not talking to anyone. I just want to talk to him. I'm not going anywhere. I keep my cool. Anyway, he goes into the bathroom. I follow him into the bathroom. We need to talk. And he's like, I don't want to talk to you, Samantha. I don't want to talk to you, Samantha. I have nothing to say to you. I'm like, okay, good. Then you're going to have to listen because I have something to tell you. So you want me to tell me that you got me pregnant. We both know that you did it. And you're just going to abandon your kid? I left you. I'm not coming back for anything and any money in the world. But are you really going to let your kid not have a father? He started screaming the name of one of his friends. His best friend came to the door and I was pressed against the door in the bathroom. He was outside the bathroom and he wants to open the door and he sees that he can't open it because I'm pressed against the door. So what did he do? He started forcing the door. And with all the strength that he had, he just pushed the door while my back was pressed against it. It hurt a little. I almost fell, but I didn't. And at that moment, I was so shocked. What am I? 5'2"? I'm a 5'2" girl, not even a woman. I'm 19 years old. I'm 6 months pregnant. And you're gonna have your friends that are guys pushing a door on me because I'm asking you to talk to me? Oh my gosh. You know, that right there just revealed to me who he was, or who he was at the time. I don't know if he has changed. I don't care to find out. But for me, that was it. That was the moment that I just, you know what? I picked myself up. I took the little dignity I had left and I was like, I'm good. Thank you. Bye. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how humiliating or shameful it has been so far. I don't even know if at this point you still believe that you are worth more than what you're going through. But you are. And I know that it might seem like just words, but it's more than that. It's encouragement. And if you want it to become hope instead, then you need to go to Jesus. Because through his death and resurrection, he has given us new birth and an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, of faith. If you want to talk about it, remember to follow me on my Instagram where you can DM me. I will be happy. You know, I love to hear about your stories, so I will be happy to know what's going on and just talk to you about it, and you know, let's link up. As for me, I live with my beautiful and talkative 9-year-old. Gosh, she talks so much. She's being a blessing without measure. Until next time, take care of yourself, hit subscribe, watch more videos, and got your heart.